Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today working on the 70 Chevy truck. I've got a radiator for this thing because every time I drive it and it gets warm, it starts shooting antifreeze out of it. I think there's something going on up here. You can hear air coming out of it. Well, you can see there's even some fluid there, so it must be spraying a little bit. There's antifreeze on the bottom side of the radiator shroud there. So yeah, we got to replace that. I can't drive this thing very far until I get this replaced. So I've got to replace it. I've got a aluminum radiator here. This is supposed to be like a direct replacement, although I'm not sure if I believe that or not. But it's not a super cheap radiator. I think around $300 it was, so not the most expensive radiator either. I've heard that some of these outlets aren't the right size, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know what that's for. I have a manual transmission, so I won't be using these auto trans cooler lines or cooler line ports. I will in the future, but not now. So it's the same width. I didn't measure the depth, but it is the same width as the old one I'm taking out. This is a 3-core radiator. I don't exactly know what this one is that's in it, but a 3-core aluminum radiator should be able to handle even the 427 that's going in this thing. So this should be the radiator that'll work for that. So should be pretty basic. We got a shroud on here. We've got 2 coolant hoses, one here, one down there. There are no automatic transmission lines, like I just said. So possibly the fan might have to come off, but yeah, we'll see. Shouldn't be that bad of a job. I know a radiator sounds like a major job, but it really shouldn't be all that bad. Just kind of messy, real messy actually, because I'll probably just loosen up that lower radiator hose and just let all the fluid come out of her. There is a drain down here, but these things never seem to work. And that one there looks like it's seen better days. So we'll just pop the lower hose off and get the fluid out of this thing. I will say that the antifreeze looks really clean. The inside of the radiator here looks, I can't get it off. This stupid cap is really tough to get off. It doesn't look real good inside that radiator. If I can get some light in there. I ain't gonna be able to show you. That's the best I'm gonna show you. Don't look good inside that radiator. we're gonna do away with it anyway. Oh, one other thing you're gonna want for this job is one of these tools here. And this allows you to break that seal. You go around your hose and you can break your seal here, and you can usually do it without damaging your hose. This has it's a new Gates hose, so, well, it was new at some point. I don't know how new it is, but I'm going to try to save it. Okay, so I've got the fluid all drained out. It's still dripping a little bit out of the motor. But I got everything unhooked. I've got the shroud unbolted. There's 2 bolts up here, and then the harder bolts, there's 2 bolts down there. So probably should have done the 2 bolts down there before I let the fluid go, because it was a mess down there, and so I tried to do it up here. And yeah, it's just easier if you just do the lower shroud bolts first, then do the rest of it. So I've got this shroud forward. I've unbolted this bracket and that bracket. So this radiator should pull out of here. This old one, just pull it straight up and out. And we got to do some cleanup after that. Still stuck on the lower mounts there. So there she is, out. And yeah, I think there's a hole there. There might be something there. But it's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. Looks like there's something there. But got the shroud out. Probably just give that a quick wash while it's out. It's actually not too bad. But we'll get this new one test fit in there. Hopefully I'm going to be able to reuse all the factory mounts. I just measured it. It's real close to the same measurements. Just kind of been cleaning this out a little bit because it's been leaking antifreeze for a while. So just cleaning everything out here, trying to get it fresh for the new radiator. You can really appreciate the simplicity back in 1970. It's no power steering cooler, no condenser, AC condenser, just what you need to cool the motor. So pretty simple. Was gonna do a little bit of detailing to this motor when I did this job, but I think I'll just put that time into the 427 that's going in this thing. It's not worth it. This is pretty grungy motor. I mean, it would take a lot to clean it up and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna wait for the 427. Maybe do some videos, get that ready to go in here. But yeah, I'm gonna let this kind of dry out a little bit. Then I'm gonna get that new radiator slid in here. Like I said, hopefully you're gonna be able to reuse the original mounts. You see they got rubber mount there, rubber mount there, and you can see my new bolts and big washers for the radiator support when I did the bushings. That's the hard one right there. It's pretty tight. Not a lot of room to get that one there out, but you can do it. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Besides the antifreeze that's got to go in this thing. I don't have any right now. This thing pretty much just fell back into place. I used the original brackets and they work. The only thing that I might do when I put this back in with the new 427 is these mounts are rounded and this radiator is square. Well, on this side it's fine, on this side over here, but on this side the radiator is squared off, and really these mounts need to be squared off because I think it might be touching right there, and it might be touching right there. No big deal for as much as I'm going to drive it the rest of this year. But it's something that I think I am going to address. I believe that might be hitting too. So yeah, I just gotta rework them original mounts, and they're gonna hold that radiator just fine. Looks like the bottom ones fit better. Seems like because the radiator is rounded off down there. It ain't squared off like it is up here for some reason. But anyway, hoses went back on just like they were. Yeah, real happy with this. Like I said, it just almost fell right back into place. So I've got to get some antifreeze probably tomorrow, and I'm gonna fill this up, and we'll drive it and drive it and drive it hopefully, and I won't have any more worries about the radiator giving up on me. Can actually maybe put some miles on this thing. Okay, so I've been driving this thing, and happy to say no leaks on the radiator. Everything is good, temperature is good. Don't know how much longer that 350 is gonna go, because she's ticking pretty good, but hopefully we'll make her this summer. Well, yeah, guys, happy with the new radiator. Now I can actually trust this thing to actually go some distance. So I'll be doing some more driving of the old truck. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys.